It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Wilson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. You know, Wilson going to change things up here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. His throw incomplete. Trying to find Calvin Austin, but it'll be second down. They snap it at one. Now Wilson got his man. It's Warren. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, here's Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. First and 10.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And that one too wide and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. He will push his way down to about the 14. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Inaudible here to get a new look. They'll send a receiver in motion left. He's got his target. That's complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Henry. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Henry up the middle and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Inside handoff. Henry shoves him aside near the 35. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Flowers. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens have come back to make it a 2-point game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm. but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
On first down, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. They go play action now. Wilson.
Open man there is Darnell Washington.
Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Oh, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
He finds Pickens over the middle. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Pickens going in motion left.
On second down, Wilson.
On the move past the 40. He's into space past the 25.
And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 56 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with first and goal at the 1-yard line.
And they take a knee. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
In motion right, that's Williams. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but What makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Now inside the 25.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
That's one thing to get the interception, and it was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clipped from behind, blocked someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now a handoff to Henry.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throwing is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Flowers. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Jackson's throw pulled in by Aguilar. Down the right sideline.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. 45 yards.
And the Ravens have got it back to within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. Boy, it's only a one-score game. Third quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris,
42 yards.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. Williams, a man in motion right. They're going to run it with Harris. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best...
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. Of course, they had the...